Welcome to November. I just did a post about Halloween being this opening, this gateway to the transformational time of just checking, I was recording, of um, Scorpio energy. And what I woke up with today is wanting to actually do a healing video on hypervigilance. And so, if you've been attracted to this video, as we know, when things become more quantum, our attention gets captured by videos, pieces of information, artwork, um, things that people say, snippets from a song, and all of that is to call something into your attention to move something forward for you. If we understand that we are living um, in universal good and that we are living in a very loving, always expanding universe that is supporting your growth. Your essential nature is to grow, just like a tree. Yes, we have dormant moments, but when a tree starts to die, it's no longer growing. And it's the same with humans. You can look around and see who's still growing and who isn't. So I know if you're captured by this video, you are still growing. So this healing um, this is on more than just the information level, but I'm going to speak a little bit about hypervigilance to tease out of you the spaces where you have acquired hypervigilance as a necessary structure in your nervous system, your mental body, your emotional body, um, and anywhere else in your world to keep you safe and it's also eating up a lot of your energy. So today we're going to unleash that energy for you. And again, a lot of my videos are more informational so that you can get a broader perspective on what's going on with you and how you might change it. Today, we're actually going to do some energy work and some healing. This takes place at a subtle level. If you would like to receive this as energy work, you can just say yes or consent somewhere in your energy space or continue watching the video and it will begin to work for you. So I'm setting up a kind of, you can imagine that there's a cactus or a sticky structure here to capture the stuff that you want to let go of right now, okay? So that's all. You can just relax and it'll work on its own. So hypervigilance, uh, if you have noticed that there's a type of tension that you carry in your nervous system, in your body, in your responses, that is almost like a rubber band. Like there's just always that tension. You're always feeling like you snap into this protective space. Um, we're going to call up all of the times in your life where, or to the point of origin where this began to happen for you. There you go. You got it. There's someone's face who just came to mind, and that person, um, through their inability to handle their own emotional space, their own responses, had an overly emphatic or scary quality to them and their inability to corral their own energy. I want you to just be aware of that person, and you can also throw that person out toward this healing space. And there you go. Just push that energy out. There you go. And you're going to let all of the responses you've had that got born in you, formed in you, created in you, and structured in you, you're going to allow those to drain out of you now. There you go. That's it. And as you do that, you may notice that there's immediately filling up that space where you just let go of those structures and those fearful responses to that energy, that scary, energy that made you feel like you had to recoil. You're going to notice that there's a very healing energy coming into you, and that energy is actually from your own soul. So just say hello to that energy. And this is it's an original energy that you possess. And we're going to bring that to its highest level. There we go. Yeah, yeah. And one thing that happens is that so we have somebody in our formative years or whoever this was, whatever this was, that kind of gets your energy structure and your nervous system jammed up and jacked up and scared and holding your breath. It's sort of a waiting for the other shoe to drop energy. It's evidenced by you having trouble taking deep breaths, having trouble relaxing, having trouble resting in something very magical that you came into this life with. And that's okay. This is healing. This is healing today. As you continue to move out, continued pictures, energy pictures of traumatic moments with this energy. Yeah. And just letting that go away. There you go. Yeah. And understanding that, energy loves a vacuum as we move out stuff that was an improper structure for your soul to thrive. What we're doing at the very same time is we are moving uh, your native vibration from your soul, very healing, very high energy, very high frequency into you. So just let that come in. Let yourself experience what it feels like to settle into a vibration that feels very good to your body and your nervous system, that's very calming. We're also going to bring in some love, just universal love. Okay. And everywhere through your life, as a result of this, um, like malformation of you that we're relaxing and unwinding, you can just go ahead and throw out all of the energy or drain out, if you like, all of the energies, all of the times, all of the memories from your mental space where you experienced yourself shrinking as a result of this hypervigilance that got stored in your nervous system. There you go. Just like that. Yep, just let it go. If you're finding this video right now and your need has called on my impulse to do this video, just trust that process and trust that this can happen for you right now and that you can receive all that you want, receive all that you are. There are many coping mechanisms. Sometimes I look on social media and I see people being, very rigid and wearing this armor, right, of the persona. We get into this mummification, you know? And so what we're doing right now is we're utilizing this very authentic space of you to remove everything that's not you. Okay. So we are going to just bring in some of that authentic vibration now into you. This is going to set up, how you set your phone to reminders for different things during the day? This energy also gives you reminders of waking up. Kind of reminds me of that movie, The Matrix, where it's like he thinks he's waking up, but it's in a dream, and until he finally wakes up. It's that kind of thing. So this energy comes from a higher part of you, and source. It's source, and so are you. Okay. It's the vibration of you as that piece of source, that sparklet, that little sparklet that is completely divinely guided. Okay. Sometimes when we do healing work, we keep making separations, like I have to call upon this higher force. And if it helps you, yes, do it. But at some point, you're going to understand that you're a fractal. And so higher source is you. It's just trusting your origins. And your origins go much further back than what you soaked up in your DNA physically or got from your parents in this lifetime. You're a fractal of something much more infinite. And this healing today is to remind you of that. And you can experience this a little bit, this sparkle, this spark, this stardust of you coming in to remind you and setting up these reminders energetically for you after you watch this and throughout this process, where you can start to remember some things about yourself that you forgot when you were cramped into this hypervigilant space. Another thing that hypervigilance does that gets trained into you is to have more, let's say more than 60% of your energy trained, and that's the word, trained and focused on other people and their reactions to you. Does that make sense? So if you've had a trauma or a series of traumas, your sense of hypervigilance will tell you that in order to survive, you've got to study. You've got to, it's like, this laser focus on what other people are doing. What are their reactions? How are they receiving you? And so it's just training that comes from this original hypervigilance, which we are unwinding now and releasing out of you. And so the energy that you've been using to survive through the study of energies that you are afraid of or that seem dangerous to you. So you're putting your energy on them. We're going to pull that back now to you. Okay. So you're going to just put a tractor beam in and you're going to return all that energy back to you now. Just right into your center is good. Good. Hmm. One thing that makes you more vulnerable and susceptible to outside influences is the jumping out of your skin toward outside influences, social media influences, thought forms, etc., what you think others are thinking, all that stuff. It actually ungrounds you and pulls you out of your center, so it makes you more vulnerable to opinions that have nothing to do with your path and nothing to do with this original spark that you possess. So we're going to pull that back in, pull all of that focus in, and I want you to fill up with that 60% or more energies that you have donated to survival through hypervigilant um, surveillance of others. Okay, good. You're doing well. And just understand that when we do a healing like this, you only have to receive what you choose. So that may be 10% of this healing that we're doing, maybe 40%, could be 99%, depends on what you want to do and how much you want to utilize this. Let me see if there's anything else that we want to say about hypervigilance for you. Mm, I mean, One thing when we go into protect mode is we become people we're not. We become something we're not energetically. So everything is primarily energetic. So just take a quick scan of behaviors, personas of your own that you're using. I mentioned that a few minutes ago, that there's so much armoring that you see in people pretending and holding this kind of fake energy. And so energetically, like don't think so much of, I mean, if a mask comes up for you, that's great as a information, but mostly like energetically, what are you aware of when I say that? That where have you masked and shielded and been in personas that are not part of this original energy of you? Okay, good. All of those, you can just throw those out and we will just get rid of all of it right now. Good. Yeah. It's hard, like especially for men, but also for women. I mean, there are women running around wearing, male armor suits, or whatever, or just, tough guy or victim stuff. It doesn't matter what the persona is. All that I want you to do right now is call your attention to what that is for you. We all have them. Okay, and one more thing, just for fun. Everywhere, everything, all the hiding, all the caves, all the invisibility cloaks, all of again, this is almost the opposite of wearing a persona. It's like everywhere you've just ducked and covered all your life, all the ducks and coverings. Go ahead and let's just remove those. Okay, good. Whew. It almost appears to me as like a pile of, um, sometimes on ranches, you'll have a pile of antler bones or animal bones. Like it's almost like this pile that we want to incinerate, just releasing the dead, the old, the outworn, the stuff that makes you feel dead because it's not living your authentic vibration, your all the personas, all the masks, all the armoring. Yeah, just letting that go. And just know as we let this go, simultaneously we are running energy through you from your original sourced authentic vibration, just your original vibe. There. Okay. We're going to stop there. Thank you so much for watching. This is a unique video. Don't usually do these, but this is today what was being called through the Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio, and ferreting out all of those places in you that are really stopping, denying, bewildering, confusing, and blocking you from the most satisfying life you can have. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you felt the healing, and I look forward to next time.